right. Sunday, the 8th. Um, this is 7 days in, and kind of want to do a recap of this past week. And everything went well. Monday through Friday, I definitely got all my exercise in. Saturday, I got an 8 mile run in, zone 2 run. That was good. Did not carb load for that run. Usually on my long runs, I'll do a carb load, meaning I'll eat a bunch of carbs Thursday, Friday night, get my body kind of full of fuel for that long run. Did not do that. Completely relied on my eating, and Wednesday I did legs, and when Saturday came around for my long runs, my legs still were really sore. They're just now barely getting healed, I guess you could say. But I think as I go, that'll get better. And I gotta admit, I haven't been doing my leg workouts, and so when I went back Wednesday to do them, I kind of went into it a little bit hard, and so I paid the price because my legs were super sore from Thursday to Saturday. And as I keep being consistent with doing my legs on Wednesdays, that soreness and pain will ease up. And I stopped doing legs, and I know it's a big no. I shouldn't have did that, but like I say, from about 2 months to a month ago, all I really wanted to do was just run, and so that's all I was really focused on, is running. But now that I'm going to be eating these 220 grams of protein to build my muscle, and I shouldn't be at no plateau because of that, I have to do legs. So yeah, legs are just barely getting over the soreness from Wednesday's leg workout. And that was an hour and a half. That was an hour and a half worth of leg workouts. Did I overtrain? Maybe, because my legs were killing me, but I don't know. That's a debate in itself, whether, working out an hour and a half on any particular area of the body part is too much. But anyway, so let's talk about the food. The food went really well. Monday through Friday, motivation to eat 220 grams of protein was there. The discipline, consistent. Saturday, I hit a wall. I'm not gonna lie. I woke up yesterday, and maybe it was a psychological thing because it was Saturday, and on the weekends I'm kind of a rogue eater. I just, me, the wife were out and about, and we just kind of, just randomly eat. And I'm home all day a lot of the times on the weekends, and so it's easy to get into the fridge and just, eat whatever. Maybe it was that, but I don't know. It was the eggs. The egg whites were messing with me. I could not get them down. So I did the 8 mile run. After that, we went out doing our weekend errands, and we came back home. But while we were doing the errands, I stopped at Fry's. I got me some low carb tortillas. I got me some hot paste picante sauce. Something to help with the egg taste and texture is starting to mess with me. So I had some eggs pre-made. I heated them up, and about a third way in. I made a burrito. I made a low carb burrito out of it, but I about a third of the way in, I couldn't do it. I'm not gonna lie, I could not do it. I need to get my mind to a place where I am not worried about what the food tastes like, and I need to do it for the reason, I need to put the primary reason why I'm eating the way that I'm eating. I need to put that in the forefront of my mind instead of eating for taste. I need to transition that, and I'm eating to live. I need to make that change. I don't think I've really made that transition in my head, and so the eggs were just messing with me. I couldn't get them down. I tapped out, and I didn't know what to do. So I went ahead and did a little research on how I can do these egg whites, and I found a solution that I'm going to stick with because it was perfect. I'm gonna drink my egg whites. I was researching how people take their egg whites, and people are drinking them. So poured them in my Ninja blender and put some more protein powder in there, put a little bit of powdered peanut butter in there, put that in there, blended it up, slammed it, perfect. And I was like, yes, because I couldn't get them. So I'm drinking my egg whites. I am going to start drinking my egg whites. It does not change the taste of the peanut butter and chocolate protein powders. However, it does make it a little bit more frothy and airy. I guess that's just kind of what egg whites do. But yeah, I drank them suckers, and I'm loving that. So that's gonna eliminate me having to eat scrambled egg whites, which I just ran out of gas trying to eat those things. Even with it mixing the hamburger and rice, I couldn't tolerate it anymore. I've never really been an egg person neither, so, but other than that, the meals have been keeping me completely full. I've been having to eat more to stay at the 220 mark, which I have been. I've been supplementing fruit. I've been eating more fruit. The fruit just helps me with my sugar craving too. So I guess, with the intense working out, the running, the 2,400 calories, give or take, it's still not enough I'm still not intaking enough food to maintain my weight with that type of exercise. So I thought about it. I mean, I could drop the weight until I get to a maintenance, until I can't lose any more weight. I could do that, and I don't know where I'm gonna land. Maybe 210, 215, maybe there. And I was thinking about it. I think that'd be okay if I did that. If I'm 210, 215, I stay there, continuing to eat what I've normally been eating, and at least I know even at that weight, I'm still 220 grams of proteins, which is plenty enough protein to synthesize my muscle and recovery and all that to build the muscle. So I think that might not be a bad idea. So other than that, what else did I want to talk about? I'm kind of in a rush right now because I'm going out of town for the week, so I've been preparing for that. And I think that's about it. I just wanted to cover that. My running's good. But no, we're headed out of town for the week. Going to San Diego today. Got to get on the flight here, and I'm gonna be leaving here in about an hour or so. So I gotta get I got to get ready and get on that flight, head to San Diego for Cisco Live. So Cisco Live this year is in San Diego. 10 years ago it was in San Diego. 2015 Cisco Live was in San Diego. They changed it to Vegas every year since then. So this will be my 4th time attending Cisco Live. When I first got into IT, that first year I went to Cisco Live, had an amazing experience there. Maybe I'll talk about that later, sometime this week, maybe tomorrow, whatever. But yeah, so 2025 Cisco Live San Diego. Excited to do that because a lot of some of my original co-workers and colleagues, or whatever you want to call it, that I got into IT with will all be there. So I'm hoping to catch up with them. Shout out to Gila River Indian Community for sending me there second time. And I got an exam on Tuesday, so I've been trying to cram for that. I'm not 100% confident that I'll pass. Usually I pass. Last year I passed. I got my Cisco Certified Specialist certification in data center. That was awesome. I'm going to take the second half of that to try to get CCNP certified. If I do, yeah, that's an accomplishment for, people in the IT, in the world of IT and networking and stuff. So do I expect to pass? I'm not 100% sure I can say I am. Have I been studying? Yes. Is what I'm studying difficult? Very. If I don't pass, I'm not worried about it. I'm still good. I got a couple more years to try to knock it out until I got to recertify again. But Cisco Live 2025 San Diego, here we come. I know I've been talking about, this whole meal stuff and how, I'm doing that and how, the workout plan and all of this stuff. We got 7 days in a week. The meal prepping, the working out, that's like 2 hours out of a 24-hour day. You got 7 days a week. The working out and the meal prepping and, some of the discipline that some of you guys been seeing with me and my weight loss journey from going to damn near 300 pounds to about 215, 214, I think was my lowest I posted a couple weeks ago. But, I'm hanging out about 212, but that's just a very small part of my day. That's not what I do. That's not, when people look at me, they automatically, oh, Lee's been working out. He's been, there's other things that I do, so career is one of those things that's huge for me that I'm serious about, just serious, if not more so serious than a lot of things, outside of my family, my wife, and, my children. Career is huge. It's been very huge for me. And, going to Cisco Live, that's kind of gonna highlight a lot of my whole career journey. I plan on sharing that with y'all. I'm not just about hitting the gym, getting a little workout in and eating clean, and that's just a small percent of who I am. That don't even touch the the core of who I am, although it is part of it now, don't get me wrong, but I'm a deep diver into things. So IT in my career has probably been my deepest dive that's really gave me an opportunity to have the time to work on myself, and so career and skill is huge, and I just don't know if people understand the impact that having a solid career and the things that it affords you. And I'm not talking about money or finances, that's not really it, but it just affords you the time for you to work on yourself and be able to be there for your family, and it gives way to things that aren't really beneficial, if you take the time and discipline to focus on skill set, and that could be anything. I mean, any type of career, if you really deep dive into the skill of it, it will, and which is what I did in IT. I took it serious. I continue to take it serious. I collaborate with those that do take it serious, and I remove myself from those who do not take it serious. So a lot of the guys that I deal with in IT, they have expert knowledge compared to my little knowledge that I have. But then you have someone who's entering the IT field, and they look at me like, oh, Lee has expert knowledge compared to what I have, so you always want to surround yourself around those who are a little bit stronger than you in whatever it is. And that's what this week is gonna be for me. It's gonna be great, and that's it. Maybe I'll do a small little transition from the physical fitness and the ingestion of things that I'm putting in my body to more of a career oriented, and hope maybe I can discuss like how if someone were to want to get into IT, I can kind of give them my background, what I did. And now it's easier to get into IT than it was for me when I started 10 years ago. Actually, it's about the anniversary of, it's like my 10-year anniversary in IT. I mean, I've always dealt with technologies since I was a young guy. I've dealt with technologies, but I'm talking about as far as officially in the IT field. I got 10 years under my belt this year. I can go in and take this exam, this Cisco exam, and if I don't pass it, I'm it's okay. This is no stress. I'm not under pressure on this exam, like I was in some of the previous years of sitting down, taking a proctored Cisco exam. So yeah, I'm stoked. We're gonna have fun. Gonna meet some of the guys I work with at the airport, and we're gonna fly out, and we're gonna get this week going, and I will probably get with y'all maybe tonight when I'm kind of settled in the room or whatever. Yeah, so, but no, it's not gonna stop. I gotta figure out, I'm gonna have, I just smashed, 2 cups of egg whites, 4 scoops of chocolate protein, 4 tablespoons of powdered PB Jack peanut butter. I'm gonna eat probably another 1.5 cups of yogurt before I leave here, because tomorrow, even tonight, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even half of Thursday, I'm gonna have to figure out how to eat as much protein as I possibly can on the road. So this is gonna be an experience. I've never had to do that. Um, I I am completely on the discipline train. I have no desire to eat anything other than what I need to. I just got to figure out how to eat it in a way that is tastes good, I guess. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject of trying to transition from taste to priority. But anyway, so yeah, I got to do that. I'm still gonna get to the room. I'm still gonna. I got my workout clothes. I will be getting up in the morning. We're staying at the Sophia somewhere in San Diego. I'm not. It's kind of. I think it's near the San Diego Convention Center where Cisco Live is going to be at. But yeah, still plan on getting up in the morning, hitting the gym there as soon as I get up before the day gets started. And I don't know. I need to figure something out because I already know no everybody who I work with, and I cannot expect them to want to go to restaurants and things that are conducive to my meal plan. So I'm going to have to figure it out, say no in some cases, or uh, pick the best option on the meal, but on the menu. But soon as I get back Thursday, I'll be back at home. Friday, I'm gonna jump right back on it. I'll be at home, so I really got 3 solid days of trying to figure out how I'm going to eat without compromising this week and compromising going forward. Because if I eat like crap for these 3 full days of not being at home, once I get here on Thursday night and Friday, my brain is going to continue to tell me, hey, let's continue to eat like crap. And then the motivation of all of that, or that the momentum, I should say, of everything I've done this week goes out the door, and I got to go back into the mental lab, like David Goggins say, and try to rearrange everything to get myself back on track. And it's just best just to try to figure out what I can eat there that's going to keep this momentum going. So until then, I gotta take off and see, what time is it right now? Just over 9. So I'm pretty much packed. I gotta pack up all my electronics. And that's it. Probably see you at the room later tonight. Give you guys a little view of what's going on, how I'll be living for the next 3 days. But until then, man, I'll see you later.